Hey, everybody, and welcome to Niagara Voices tonight with me, Johnny, your host, and Peter the Mystic is back.
Ooh, everybody together now. Ooh, it's almost Halloween.
Ooh, yes, I love
Hey,
Halloween.
Dante Miles, Kevin Hutchinson's
Hey, guys.
there. But the best thing is always we get to see Kim Guthrie. She's always
Yes,
number one.
Kim, literally before we even started the music or anything in the intro. Thank you, Kim. How are you doing?
Hope everyone's well.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad to see you here tonight, my friend.
Yes, likewise, of course, always. I love this. And of course, it actually, for some reason, it feels like it's been a while. Usually it feels like I was just here, but for some reason this time it
feels like I was just here.
Yeah.
I live here.
Yeah, right. Well, you got a king-size bed over there. Oh, I shouldn't tell you bed.
That's a big chair, Johnny. It's just a big
really?
chair. Yeah, that's where where we put Ohio Barb to sleep.
Oh yeah. That's where we sedate her.
Oh, we don't have to.
Yeah. I forgot. Oh, when they have the snoring on poor Barb. No, she's awesome.
She is great. She's one of our. She's our facilities manager. Mm-hmm. When everyone comes in, they're
she keeps it. She has the show going.
Exactly. So if everyone would be kind enough to share this right now before we get started,
please do. That'd be wonderful.
This is Niagara Voices, and we're hopeful to hear more of your opinions, your ideas.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I heard. Hold on one second.
Ohio Barb, your phone.
Oh, okay. We're good. It's okay. Yeah, it's just playback, and she's fixing it right now.
Yep.
I was just like, oh, who's that? Where's that come from? No, but yeah, good. I'm glad you're doing great, Kim. And you're such a loyal. You would be like the number one loyal viewer if there was like an award for that right now. You would for sure be that person because you're always so kind and you're always involved too. Not only watching, but very involved. And
I have to comment here. Carly Lapp said the Ramones, and someone spelled it right. The Ramones. I was in a band in the 70s that opened for them in Toronto. And that was at a punk night. We were the first of 4 bands before the Ramones, but I stuck around.
So cool.
One of my favorite bands of all time. And actually, yeah, Johnny kind of looks like one of the Ramones.
Well, thank you.
I'm not sure which, but we can say Johnny because there was a Johnny. So there you go.
Right?
Brother.
Yeah. I know. I remember I used to get this horrible comment of I forgot the movie. It was an older movie, and they said I looked like this one actor, and then I looked who it was, and I was like, I hope
Shirley Temple?
Yeah, no, I'd rather it be her than who it was. I forgot who, but anyway, I hope everybody's doing good tonight, and I hope that TGIF, yay, so whoever is working, and has weekend off, good for you. And but we're glad you could spend an hour with us tonight here as we get going.
Yes, I'll put up that. Why don't you announce the phone number?
So
I'll put it up.
The phone number to call in is 716-998-3320. Again, that is 998-3320. And again, don't feel like pressured to call or feel pressured when you answer. It's just us talking. Don't worry about anything. Like, ask us anything if you have anything on your mind you'd like to speak on or would like to add to whatever we start talking about in a minute. Please just don't be afraid to call in. It would be amazing, honestly, just to even have one call, just to even say hi. Any little thing helps.
Hey, what do you think, John? I think we should create a little. We should get some opinions here. John has a name. I'm going to ask you to explain it in a second, but we call him Johnny Handsome. Oh, Carly Lapp, you can be my groupie anytime. Oh. Yay!
Yes, Peter's.
I don't really have groupies. I have people that just kind of come into the studio.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, Johnny, you have a nickname of Johnny Handsome, and
yes.
Should we call him Johnny Handsome?
Let's do a poll.
Or should it be Johnny C? Which one do you think works for this guy? And pipe in, say which one you like, Johnny Handsome or Johnny C. Where did Johnny Handsome come from?
Yeah, so I would love to tell that story. Back when I was in back in the day, back when I went to N-Trip, I had met a man, and I can't forget his name, God forgive me, but Fred. He was an awesome man, and he had turned his life around. He was in his early 40s. I think, and he was cool. I think he was like, he was an ex-Blood or ex-Crip, but he was really cool. We just got along. He was fun, and I always got along with adults, but he was just cool, and he just started, one day he just started saying, "Hey, oh, Johnny Handsome," and he'd yell it way down the hall or outside, and he just started calling me that one day, and it just stuck, because I never would think of a name for myself and try to seem like I'm vain, but it just came out one day and he just started calling me Johnny Handsome.
Do you see Carly's comment on Johnny Handsome?
Yeah, hey, I'm a big fan of WWE, and I would love, not to be a wrestler because I'm too clumsy, but
Handsome.
I would love to be a commentator, an interviewer, a manager for sure though, because I would love to get involved in stuff, but so that could be either way. I mean, Johnny C, like Kevin said, Johnny C, the C for chilling.
That's a good one. Kevin's great.
I can have all different. I think I can have 3 names. My real name, I'll have my second name, which is could be Johnny Handsome, and third Johnny C. I could go by a whole bunch of different aliases. So, yeah, it was cool. It was a cool name, and it's nice to get a nickname that sticks.
Well, it's better than the John.
Yeah, the John. Yeah,
the John. I had a friend who they used to call him that.
They'd always make. Yeah, I have people that always say especially older people, because they call the bathroom the John. They're like, I got to go to the John, and then they'd put them, and I'm like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, well, try having a name like Peter Green, and you go into school, and I remember one time they got these new computerized lists. This was back in the early 70s, and the teacher reads out, and he goes, Green Pea. And so I answered sometimes. Anyway, there you go.
Oh my gosh,
Peter.
Green Pea.
Yeah, well, hey, I hear some ATVs out there here along Ferry Avenue.
Yeah, lovely. I hear those
Very
on the
street.
expressway all the time.
All right, so hey, what do you got for us today?
So, we have a few things, but I thought maybe first off we could maybe recap or talk a little bit about what happened this past Sunday that I saw. I watched. I tuned into you had it was just a one-time kind of show deal with Brett and Jill were on, and you, and that you came back from the Justice for Mariah march, and
which had an ending that was not pleasant for the community. Yeah,
kind of.
Hang on, we're going to try your name according to Carly Lapp here. This is kind of fun. I love all these people, Carly and Kevin and Kim. Yeah, I'm going to put that up for you, and I want people to see how they do with this one. He's going to have some street cred now. Oh, wait a minute, got to fix that because I hit.
Among the street cred I already have.
Yeah, but which street? That's what I always say. I got street cred. I just won't tell you what street.
That's funny. Yeah.
All right, so you were asking about last Sunday.
Yeah, I was very interested. I mean, you guys were very intense with it.
Unknown caller.
We have a call.
Oh, take the call, and it's an unknown call.
Yeah.
Probably got a paper
Hi,
bag.
this is Niagara Voices, Johnny speaking. Oh, and they hung up. Oh, it's probably a BS call I get from I think it was a BS call.
You may already be a wiener. I don't know, but
yeah, or hi. I always get that message on text says, "Hi, Paul. This is Diane from." And I've texted them numerous times, and literally I did all caps. I am not Paul. Please stop texting me. Thank you.
Yep. Well, you should answer as Paul. Try again.
No, I think this is someone I know. Hello there. How are you? Welcome to Niagara Voices. Hold on.
Hi. Oh, Johnny's mom.
There, how are
Hey,
you?
Mom.
Marianne?
Hey, Johnny.
Turn down whatever you're listening
Turn
to.
down the volume on the iPad because we can hear the playback. So just mute. Turn down.
Okay, I'll turn it down.
So we can hear you.
Turn down whatever you listen. Turn down the volume on the iPad.
Okay.
Yeah, you mute it all the way down. Okay. So what? Yeah, can you all the way because we can hear stuff. Okay, cool. What's going on?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, it's Verizon.
Well, I think you guys are doing. I think you're doing a great job. And as his mother, I prefer Johnny Handsome because he is
Of
the
course.
handsomest
Well, what do you think?
boy in the world.
Well, Kim says, hi, Johnny's mom. And Johnny throat
Hi.
punches. And Carly says, Johnny throat punches mom. Hi.
That sounds
Yeah,
that's a
throat
double.
punch.
Yeah. No, but they call. Yeah, she's
That
like.
could be Mama throw punch me.
Oh yeah, Mom.
Yeah. I bet you don't mess with people. No, I mean, no one's
I
gonna
don't mess with.
you.
No, don't mess with me.
No one messes
No, that's
with her.
true. I think we should.
Or
put
my
up
Johnny Handsome.
Oh, he's awesome.
She's the one person I'll go to. What's that one prison and way out in the what's that? I'll go to Attica for her. I'll do she's the one person.
She's in Attica.
No, I will politely and gladly go there if anybody tries anything with her.
You never
No
know.
one messes around, but so yeah. I wanted to say I always tell you this at home, but I love you and thank you for always watching and tuning in and
Oh, yeah.
being supportive, you know. And I got to get her a Facebook. I'm making her a Facebook finally after
Yay.
freaking 10 years of, you know,
Finally.
being
Oh,
a.
man.
Oh, look, there you go.
She
Shout
is
out to you,
39
Ma.
and all. I need a
yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, you know,
But I
yeah.
just wanted to call.
39.
Yeah, we gotta
But
get
I
your
just
name.
wanted to call in.
No, but you're
Mary Ann.
beautiful. You look like
Oh.
Elizabeth Taylor. You've got
Oh,
the
my gosh.
stunning eyes. I mean, first time I saw you, I'm going, who does she remind me of? And then
I was waiting for
I
you
went
to-
down the list, you know, Moses. No. I went down the list. And seriously, I thought Elizabeth Taylor, and then someone told me that they'd said that on Facebook or something like that. And I thought, that's so
Yeah.
cool. Hey.
Yeah, I get that. It's you know, it makes me feel good. It makes my day.
She does, yeah. A lot of people do come up to her that don't know her and say that to her, and it's so nice, you know. And Kevin Hutchinson says, Johnny's mom, you raised a stand-up cat. Thank you, and I'm glad you're a cat too, because I love my 3 kitties, and I'm a cat person. So
he is.
I'm literally a cat.
Johnny's
person.
Johnny's the best. Whoever knows him knows he's one great person. And I'm not
Thank you,
just saying
Mom.
that because I'm his
Yeah.
mother.
Yeah,
Well,
But,
yeah, you're allowed to say that because
yeah.
you're his mother.
yeah, right. But
Yeah. Well, I live with him. I live with the guy, so
yeah, she has to deal.
I
with
gotta say
huh?
he's got to come home.
Yeah, no, but she's
No, I'm just saying.
you know, she's my biggest supporter, my biggest fan, and you know, not only my mother but my friend, and you know,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't know where I'd be without her. I literally wouldn't be here without her, but I don't know where I'd be without her right now, and I love you. And thank you.
She was so
I love
nice
you too,
last
Johnny.
week. Last week when I came to pick Johnny up, we were going to go do the Love Canal thing. Johnny, of course, had to get ready. So and so Marianne came out and chatted with me, and it was so much fun. You know, I thought Elizabeth Taylor on the street with me. It's great.
Aw, Peter, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well,
so
I'll
glad
let you
called
guys
in.
go.
Yeah, you'll have to
All
be
right.
on the
Yeah.
show whenever you're up for it. Okay, maybe like even during like
Yeah.
next month or
When
during
I'm
the
all
break.
dialed
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
All
which is
right.
every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Bye,
take care, guys.
All
Mom.
right, I love you, Ma. Thanks for
Bye.
calling.
Have a
Bye.
great show.
Yep.
Thank
See
you.
you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye.
John Fidel, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad she called in. Oh, and just so you know, because she always says it's Mary space capital ANN with no E. Just, but don't worry about it. It's from the past. I'm watching.
That's it. I'm calling her
watching this thing.
Ginger.
Yeah, Ginger. Oh yeah, from the no, but I'm so glad she called in. You know, I didn't know she was gonna do that. So I
Well,
appreciate
she is your
that.
biggest fan, and she definitely
She's my-
appreciates what
yeah.
you're doing.
We're twin. Like I said, if you could hear us on the audio, it's literally every time I answer a phone call, they think it's her. So you know, I've had that. You know, I usually get the oh hey
Do you
Marianne.
get that?
Yeah, I don't know about on here, but like on phones, yeah. Like I've had, especially if I'm calling to have like my Xbox or something fixed, and it's someone maybe with an accent, they call me ma'am, and I'm literally every other sentence saying it's sir, but okay, it's sir, and then sometimes I just go with it because I'm just like I'm not gonna just because who cares, you know what I mean? If I'm man or woman, just get my problem fixed. But yeah, I do get that, but we do sound alike, and it's funny when we do a harmonize, and we were like, it sounds the same. But yeah, I'm glad she called. But anyway, so yeah,
So we were talking about last
Sunday,
week.
yes.
Last Sunday. So what happened, and I know Kevin Hutchinson was there. First of all, the event was not violent, and there was nothing about it that was, you know, that we could say was a disaster. But it was at the end that it really ran out of character for us. Julia was the organizer. She had a number of speakers there. Most of them were really, like, the speakers were good.
Yes.
I heard a lot of Buffalo rhetoric because what happened was, as we're setting up, we did a live, you can find it here on Yowowa Media. You can watch the whole thing. We did a live feed from it, like a podcast, and then we provided the PA for the speakers so people could hear them. It's cool, though, because you could hear one of the reps from Buffalo going, we don't have this in Buffalo, and it's because we're Niagara Falls, man. We
Right.
rule.
Yeah, we're not the same.
Exactly. So what happened was by the way, John Fidel grew up in
Oh, thank
Love
you,
Canal.
John. Oh,
you
well,
just have to
definitely-
look him square in his 3 eyes and just say, hey, that's really cool.
Right. Hey, don't beam me to this fourth eye. It's on the back. You just
Oh,
can't
is it?
see it good. Yeah. I know.
It's something intuitive.
But John, we will hit you up for there. Sure.
Absolutely. We should have you on, John.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we this group come out and they're wearing green hats or green vests, like these fluorescent green things.
Green hair.
and so they've got like toy shields and they've got a lightsaber. And there go the ATVs
Here we
again. So
go.
cool.
They're coming for us.
Yay. So this group, they're dressed up, and I really think they look like they're Antifa wannabes. Should I? And like they come around. They say there's a list of people they don't want to be involved. They're all concerned about potential violence. There was no violence. No one even knew about the event outside of a small group. But what happened was everything went fine. Owen Steed came out. He's the 4th District representative on Niagara County for us. And he took some flack from a number of participants, etc. And I guess he handled it pretty good. But then the group gathered and they started their march towards the police building and the courthouse building. And they went from chanting like "our streets," etc., to things like "F the racist cops" and "burn down our cities." And this is, I'm sorry to say, it's Buffalo rhetoric. It's what they might chant there. But here in our city, we proved with our 2 protests earlier in the summer, we can really manage it. And I have to tell you something. I am absolutely British when it comes, because my mother was from England, my father from Scotland, you know. And I tend to laugh at things. So what we did was we had this all kinds of video of what was going on and these people in green. And we made a commercial. So maybe I should run the commercial for us.
I think you should.
Yeah, it's just that we saw them. It's like they want to join Antifa. And
it's their audition tape.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll get in too, because, you know, usually doing nothing.
Oh, even Barb is out there laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Oh man. So here, let's see this.
Enjoy.
Well, you've tried the green hats and green vests and your scribble pads that you write down notes, and you've stood outside the car and argued who looks more Antifa-like. Even your armor looks lame, and you know that no one's going to take you seriously, especially in the big leagues that you hope to join. Antifa will never let you join looking like that, but there's hope for you with Yowowa Media. So don't just squabble outside the car and look stunned when the camera catches you. That's right, today's Antifa wannabe wear. It's stylish. It's rugged. It's determined.
Oh my God.
Any craft item or crap item can be turned into a piece of anti-Antifa wear. So shout out your desire to be part of the great organization known as Antifa. And get your Antifa wannabe protest suit for the lame ass who likes to stick their nose into other people's cities. One day you'll be a part of this group, but right now you know how you look. So step up to the pros with Yowowa Antifa wear for the pretender in everyone.
Wow, I couldn't have done it better myself.
Well, one day you're gonna we gotta let you loose in here to do some stuff.
Oh yeah, and oh God, I'm glad I wasn't there, just because I would have been like I wouldn't have expected them to be in Niagara Falls, because like I said, we don't need them, Antifa, and we don't need the wannabes at all. I mean, we can have protests that are peaceful from jump, and we don't need to have a group of people dressed in black, you know, yelling at people, calling people fascists, when they're the ones that are yelling, yelling at one person specifically and telling them to get them out. That's literally a tactic that fascist people do. But anyway, I always say that the Antifa is literally the definition of hypocrisy, and I don't understand how. I watched the videos from that, and I remember one lady, I mean, like I said, all the speeches were great, but someone said like, oh, you know, we want the police to do better jobs, and we want them to be able to, when we call them, you know, come quicker than they have in the past, you know, but yet they want to defund
police and insult them. And
just, once again, hypocrisy. Like, okay, so you're telling me like, oh, it's like, you know, you're giving me a job as a mailman and you're like, we want you to be fast. We want you to be a faster delivery, deliver mail faster. But and then they take away your little postcard. Or not postcard, they take away your vehicle, and then what are you supposed to do if you're trying to defund a group that is protecting and is going to help you out, but yet, you want them to be defunded? You know what I mean? It's just like defunding the police, but yet you want them to be at your beck and call and do a better job. Doesn't make sense. If anything, you'd want to maybe help out the police. Don't deplete them, and it's one or the other. You know what I mean? Either you want to defund the police, or you want to support them. And if you want faster call times, then you can't be saying you want to defund the police, because how does that make sense in 2020 or
good point.
In common? At this point in the world, the way that politics have unfortunately either brainwashed or just have come into our minds, it's to a point where it's like a common sense and a moral value ground battle. And if you can't see things for what they truly are and you're easily influenced, then there's a lot of work to be done. But you know what I mean? I just don't have time for that. And it's sad, but once again, it shouldn't have to divide us either, family, friends, a political value. And I understand that it does go with a lot of moral issues and things you live by, but it doesn't have to divide us. We can talk about it as civil, intellectual human beings and adults, and agree to disagree, or find a common ground.
Right. Well, the last video I'm going to show about this event, and by the way, a couple of things. Amy Spillman said her mother was Scottish and her mother was English.
Father was English, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. My mother was English, my father was Scottish. So that's good. My father's still alive. Is your mom single? Anyway, he's 95. But anyway, back to this. Kevin Hutchinson, what's interesting is, Kevin Hutchinson says, I'm glad I wasn't in the video. I got a face for radio. Well, guess what, Kevin? You're in this video, and I'll point you out to everyone. Here we go. So this is when the group is departing to go on the march. Listen to the chanting, and then you'll start hearing something. Do you hear that? That was the voice of a woman from Buffalo. Now there's Kevin, his son, and his wife coming across the street. His son's in green. So Kevin, we got you on video. So you heard the, F the police and things like that there. And that was pretty sad because, I don't know.
That wasn't what you guys, when you were there, you were not going for that.
Didn't sign up for that.
And I'm very, this is getting crazy. I'm disgusted. I don't feel that if you're going to peacefully protest, quote unquote, or you're going to do anything to protest and wear all black and all that, and this is odd how COVID came at a perfect time to where when, wearing masks is a normal thing. But, the past 4 years that I've known Antifa to be around, they've always had masks on, wow. It's kind of sad that this worked into their favor, COVID, with the masks wearing to keep their identities. But I don't think you should be protesting in neighborhood streets, whether it's downtown, quote unquote, in the hood, in suburbs, in the middle class, wherever. You know what I mean? It should be, if you're protesting, you protest at in the city. You protest somewhere where people aren't living in peace. And because I saw a video of people throwing rocks into homes and apartments,
right.
and they have no idea who's even in there. It's not like they know and they're targeting them. No. That's happening too, but this is getting too far to where now what are you going to just start, everybody's going to attack random people sleeping at night? And
exactly.
I just want to give a shout out to Jill Shaw. I love you, girl. And, you are one tough cookie. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that and see that. And not even just hear it, but literally be a part of seeing that disappointment that you had to deal with, because it wasn't fair to you guys, and it's not fair to any of us citizens. And also, the people you said, they came from Buffalo. Even people during the summer, during the Buffalo protest, people were busting out of town too, from different places as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I bet you any money, I bet you there's at least a few people from Seattle and Portland and everything like that probably that was part. I bet you they had a lot to do with maybe even getting the troops together, quote unquote. You know.
Oh, well, that, it's just, it really was a letdown. Tim Heater pointed out that, good for us for abandoning them. Well, what we did was we had done the PA for the opening thing, and we were videoing it. And then when they left, rather than meeting them at the courthouse to provide more public address capacity, we just decided to leave. And Jill was with us, and another good friend of ours, Valerie. And they came back from the march because they had said to the organizer, Julia, they can't say that. And she goes, what are they supposed to say? So it was just not a pleasant thing at all. And not what we want in this city when we protest, and we're allowed to protest. Our Constitution guarantees it.
Right, and I remember when you said, it was almost hijacked because it was almost like Joe was told everything except for the part where they start, talking shit about the police and all that BS that Antifa likes to shout. It was a surprise. It was an unwelcomed and unwanted shock and surprise. And so it was hijacked in that sense. At least, the people that were talking got to do that before that thing started, because I feel like, it would have gone down from there. But I'm just glad, though, that like we all can recognize that this is toxic and we don't need this.
Right.
We're better than that.
Guess who just joined us? The madman himself.
Oh, my God.
And he's here with the Niagara Reach, something he's helped with establishing. And, Kim Guthrie says they were here to make trouble.
That's all they're doing.
They need lives, man.
Yeah.
Call in, Brett.
Yeah.
Call in.
Yeah, you should, Brett. 998-3320. Yeah, and I'm saying, like, I doubt these wannabes are being paid by anybody. But, I mean, I've seen a video, and like I said, I don't know it's 100% factual, but I did see a man pointing to different buildings when the George Floyd protests were going on, and he was passing out something that looked like cash. He was passing out some type of square paper to people and saying, go there, go there. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, this world, 2020, I feel like an alien invasion would be an alien interaction invasion would be the best thing to happen right now, just to get this politics out of our head and out of our mind. Oh, look at Chris. Chris posted, like, perfect timing of, like, a little scary alien guy waving.
Hey, and Madman gave you a sup, Johnny, and that's
What's
a good
up,
thing.
Madman?
Yeah.
No,
So
Brett's an awesome dude, and I was upset by that list that went around. I heard about that list of quote unquote the racist.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Joe was upset. A lot of her friends were there was friends of hers on that list, and she's like, "This is BS." But go on. What were you gonna say? You were saying, can you imagine?
Oh, no. Can you imagine, though, that this list is circulated by people who've never met anyone in the community? And Kevin Hutchinson was pointing something out. All these little wannabes are walking around with little notepads or notebooks like you'd have for college. And they're all writing stuff down. Like, what are you writing down?
They can write.
Yeah. Barb's over there in the audio booth laughing away.
That's a shock, though. I mean, but seriously, like, what the hell are they writing down that they couldn't film or they couldn't remember? God, they can't remember. Like, or what?
You've got phones. Just take video.
Right. Like, I mean, I draw and stuff, but like, if I'm going to like a walk or like an event for something, I'm not bringing a notebook. But that was strange. I didn't think of that. They had notebooks.
Yeah, they were all over, and like they kind of just came out of nowhere. And they've all got this green element to their, except these guys who are dressed like. They look like extras from Mad Max. Like they were just sloppy and they wanted to be intimidating. You want to see intimidating? Brett is standing on the other side of a car in front of us, and these guys are coming over to try and intimidate him, and they're running away because they don't know what to do. These are not intimidating people. These are wannabes. They're little kids who are playing dress up.
Brett said that he said show the video, but I was just going to comment that
Unknown caller.
Oh,
Just
here
did,
we go.
Brett.
Let's see. Yeah. All right. Hello there. Who's this? Hold on one second. Hello.
Hi, is this Johnny?
Oh, Chris.
How'd you guess?
What's up? I know your voice. I know your voice as soon as I hear it. What's
Hey, I don't
going
know
on,
what.
buddy?
Oh, I just had a little fish fry from Mr. Beef. Shout out, was pretty good, except they forgot 2 of the dinners.
Oh,
But
you
they
should
run
have
it.
gone to the one that they were running for the. I'm going to mention it in a little while. For the one they were running for the WNY Wolves, the fish was great.
Oh, damn. Not, are they going to have it again?
No, their tournament is November 7th, so they're looking to. I just got grossed out. Carly Lapp said pictures of Tim Heater naked. Ah!
Naked eating fish or what?
That's a whole nother
Hey,
fetish.
that man's got a guppy, and he's eating fish. Anyway,
But and shout out to you though for being an amazing human being and lover of animals for rescuing that poor kitty. That's some piece of vile shit that will go in hell, in a special place for hell, that threw out that kitten on the street. I'm assuming that's what happened.
Amen. Yeah, he was literally, Johnny, he was literally in the middle of Hyde Park.
And it looks like he's very, very young, like only like a month or 2, 3 maybe. I don't even know.
Yeah, very small, right? And I'm like, he must have just got dropped off because he was like hunched down in between where the yellow lines are.
Mm-hmm.
He was hunched down. The cars were zipping by him. His fur was flying in the air, like moving in the wind.
Christ.
So then I parked my car, like I basically blocked traffic for this little baby cat.
I would, yeah.
And then I'm walking around in circles. I can't find him, right? I'm like, oh my God, people are really going to think I lost my rocker. No, he's in the middle of Hyde Park running around his car, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, somebody drove by and said, he's in your wheel well.
Oh, thank
So
God.
I looked on the passenger side. He was in the back under by my brakes, and he was hiding in there. Long story short, I got him home. I put a post on. I reached out. There were so many people. Noel chimed in. So many people. But
I
he
gave you
actually,
the guy's number, but I'm glad. So, yeah, you were saying the woman from Buffalo?
so yeah, a woman from Buffalo and her daughter came. And basically, I had him in the car because I have 2 dogs and a cat.
Right.
I wanted to keep him in the car because he was already scared enough. So anyways, yeah, we're trying to get the cat. The cat's running around on the seat, behind the seat. This next thing you know, we're just about to capture him. The mother has a little cat bag with a zipper on the front. The daughter has got a glove on. And this all happens. The cat jumps into the carrier, jumps out of the carrier, and climbs up into the engine compartment.
Oh
my
Jesus
God!
Wow.
Yes, now he's in the engine compartment. I got to take the glove box apart. This lady's laughing at me. I'm like, this is not funny.
Wow, lady, thanks.
She's like, oh, but my daughter wanted it. I'm like, could you give me a hand?
Right, yeah. Oh my God.
Like, this is not like it. Like I felt like I was being pranked, like hidden camera, or
like
what
it
that
was
used to be called.
Yeah, like a punked. Yeah.
Yeah, like punked. Yeah, but long
thank
story
God.
short, the little baby cat with little blue eyes, and he got rescued. He's off to a good home. They have a cat that's familiar with them. But I want to thank everybody that reached out. Again, thank you, Johnny. I'm gonna thank you, Yowowa Media.
Yeah, keep going.
And my last thing was, I heard you guys were doing some coloring earlier, so I wanted to say I would be interested in adult coloring time, maybe.
Did we mention that? I don't remember. But I do that. I do that, and that is an amazing way to relax and get and focus too, or pass the time.
I prefer alcohol.
Well, you could do alcohol and color. I mean, why not? But
Madman says enough about pussies.
Enough about pussies. Yeah, no, but hey, yeah, I'm so glad you
before
called
you
in
go,
now,
Chris.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No.
Johnny, this week Chris did an appearance in front of City Council.
Yes.
And your passion, I got to tell you, your passion and your and your concern, it was just amazing. So
thank you
well
for
done.
speaking out.
And Chris, these are what real gunshots sound like. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. we got a gang fight outside the window, but it's cool. Like it's no big deal.
It's a bunch of old
Don't
ladies.
worry. I'm not packing a gun, but I got my bulletproof vest on, and
And a
the
fish
Lord
fry.
above is protecting us all. So thank you for
Chris,
everyone.
put in a pitch for your show. When can we see you next here?
Hey, pitch for my show. I think there might be a special show coming up, possibly tomorrow evening.
It's not special. It's your weekly show. Tell us about it.
Oh,
My weekly Sunday fun day night with Noel and Courtney. It's a great time. They're young, beautiful, talented women. They have a lot to offer to the community. They they believe in domestic violence. they're supporting
They
that.
believe in domestic violence.
They believe in
They're advocates for no domestic.
Yes.
I'd
well
like
put.
to just
Yeah.
point out that, like, and watching them is basically like hanging out with them because, we've been friends for years, almost like 10 years. And it's watching them from home. It's just like hanging out with them. So they're wonderful young ladies. And Noelle's a great mother. Courtney is a great friend. And I love your dynamic. And I'd love to be hint on a guest one day or just to watch you guys laugh because I just want to laugh.
We'll arrange it for a couple of
Absolutely.
weeks from now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, put me in your schedule.
And Chris,
Yeah, definitely.
we're going to be unveiling your new backdrop tomorrow night, aren't we?
Oh, yes, we certainly
Yes,
are.
we are.
X-
I'll let Johnny
the
get a sneak
X-rated
preview
one?
tonight. No, you'll like this.
Shoot.
But anyway, yeah, that's the Fun Day Nights with Noelle and Courtney at 7:00 on Sunday night,
Sunday.
and Chris is their moderator, host, referee, and parole officer. So it's good.
Yes.
And Kim
Well-
Guthrie says that show on Sunday is awesome.
Yes,
Aw, thank
great
you
way
so
to
much.
start the week. But yeah, thank you for calling in though, and doing your amazing deed today.
No problem at all. I love animals
Me
and I love
too.
people. And,
That's
I
something
would
we
do-
have in common too. We love cats,
Yeah,
we love animals,
absolutely.
so that's good.
And I would do anything to help anybody, and you guys know that. So go
Yep.
Purple. And
Yes.
Sunday nights with us. Just remember, the inmates run the asylum. Peace, everybody. Be safe.
Take care. Thanks.
Love you, Chris.
Love you guys. Peace.
Love you.
Oh, that's great, Johnny.
Ah.
Before we move on to anything else, yeah, they've got a good show, and Brett Byro piped in though something.
Yeah,
When you talk about people loving animals, Brett has 3 dogs that we've actually written a music for, I think now, but that we wrote a musical about called The Waterfall, or we wrote a musical and a TV series called The Waterfall Dogs.
I wanted to hear about that. You told me you mentioned it once.
I should
yeah.
print it.
Yeah.
But you've got to hear it. The music's all written, and Brett co-wrote this thing. And the year we spent doing it, you haven't seen that much laughter. And he was just telling the story of one of the characters that appeared in it was his cat, who sadly passed earlier this year. His name was Oreo, and what had happened was some jerk threw a bag out on the highway. I think it was Highway 31, and his brother Todd rescued it, and they adopted it, and they had a lot of years with Oreo. A great cat.
See, once again, like I said, anybody who hurts children or animals, children, or people with disabilities, there's a special place in hell for you because you're killing innocence, and you're also killing undying love, unconditional love, and loyalty. You're just literally. I mean, you are what evil is, and I don't, like I said, I love I love to be around animals, and I'd rather be around animals than people most of the time. And I'm not afraid to even say that as a joke anymore because it's true, literally, especially going out now. And I'm just saying though, as I always say, as we are animals too, but we could learn, we still are and can learn so much about how to literally be a decent living organism on this planet by looking at other species. Just because we can talk and have brains doesn't mean we are the smartest, because we're not.
Very true. Brett mentioned his other cat. This one's funny. A feral cat started hanging around his house, and he has a missing left eye, so they call him Left Eye. And he moved in with him, and now
Yay!
Brett says, I love animals more than
Oh
most
my
people.
God. See, I knew Brett and we have a lot more in common than I think anybody would have thought. Because I'm telling you, I would love to. We really do. And I'd love to be on a show one day. I mean, yeah, it's two different. I mean, you would think it's not too far. We're not too far from each other on how we see things.
Well, he says, he's my best friend, and he says, I love animals more than most people, LOL.
It's true,
and
yeah.
He's pointing at me when he says that. Anyway.
You're the best. Hey, at least that's a compliment. I'd rather say, you're an animal. That's a compliment. Not say, if you're a human, I'd be like, ugh,
And Jill Shaw's here, too.
Hey, Jill, what's up? I'm so glad y'all here.
Yeah, we did show the video, Brett.
Yes.
The fun one, and we showed a couple of others. So
Yeah, we did.
we were gonna talk about the misinformation, weren't we, that goes out there,
Yeah.
like on Facebook, and we're like, people put up Facebook memes. Anyone?
Oh yeah.
So, now I just got a request from Brett to bring you on our show. I'm going to line you up tonight for a date in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome.
Okay?
I'd love to. Like I said, I would watch Noelle and Brett, and you back, in the spring or during COVID. And that's what really, I was like, oh wow, look good. Noelle's on there. And then I gave you a call in July, and now here we are.
But you're settling into this really well,
Thank
folks.
you. Thank you.
You know, because we're going to find your niche, the things that you're passionate about. We were talking today, what was it, about the Parkway? Mm-hmm. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what is he talking about? This Parkway? I need to know. Like, you know, I need to see it, and I'd love, you know, I'm always interested in learn and
Sure.
seeing new things. But yeah, I know that we want to. Next week we'll probably take a little field trip.
Yep.
Do some filming, maybe pictures, but film and.
Oh, I wish we were there now. Tim Heater says there's a Thunder and
Thunder
Lightning show over Canada right now. Hey, I'm going home, man. That's it. I'm like Canadian, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh, mock me.
No, I will say though, I had a wonderful. I'll never forget this experience with a Canadian woman. I was trying to pick out a card for Mother's Day, and she.
Do you want me to put on some risque music?
No,
here?
no. She was so like she literally didn't even know me from anybody, and she's like. Nicely just was like, oh, that's really nice, you know, just giving her opinion on like what it would be nice for my mother, you know, for Mother's Day. I'm just saying, I've had great experience. You know, people do hate on Canadians a lot, and it's, you know, it's just like how people hate on a race or religion. It's wrong, you know. You can't one bag egg in the bun, you know what I mean, isn't gonna ruin it for everybody, because you know how people talk about Canadians. Well, I mean, it's just
Canadians are talking about us
right.
now.
Well, yeah,
They want the undesirables to stay out.
Yeah, and but like I said, they're such a big part of our cities, though. Money and earnings, especially in tourism. So, like, you know, I mean, they've always been our allies. But I'm just saying, like, we do appreciate everything that, you know, and I'm sure it's vice versa. But like I said, I just feel like people give too much slack to Canadians a lot.
Well, we fought together in the First and
Right.
Second World War. Korea, Canada's there with the U.S.
Exactly.
And a lot of Canadians
And
feel
we're happy
very
to
proud.
have you here too.
Oh, thanks. They traded me though. I
Yeah.
think they got a case of beer from a Budweiser or something.
Didn't they trade you for like Peter Red or Peter? Because Peter like Red went with the flag color better, so they're like, eh.
Yeah. Do you know where the Canadian color flags, the flags of the Canadian color came from?
Oh God, I swear I used to know. I used to like to do this stuff. What?
Yeah, well, the flags that the flag that they currently fly was brought in the early 1960s, 62, I think, or
Right.
64. Anyway, it's red and white. The white the red represents the blood shed by our soldiers in the First World War and the Second World War. But in the First World War, Canada had more troops per capita of any nation that participated in what was called the Great War. And the white
wow.
represents the bandages that were used to treat their wounds.
Wow. See, you learn something new every day. But yeah, I feel like I did read that though. You know what I mean? I also like the Canadian flag too, because I mean I'm 50% Polish and our flag's white and red. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember. I know some words, but I know shunka is like off the side, like the little side room you
bet
walk
your
into.
dupa.
Yep. Oh, and dupa. Yep, dupa's butt. And I got a good one. And I mean, I'll say it because we can. No. Well, I'll just say look up. No. I'll explain this another day. But like, just if you feel curious, just look up stara pizda and see what that means in
Stara
Polish.
pizda.
That's all I'm going to say. We'll talk about that another time.
Hey, by the way, Brett points out a very good point back to Canada. Is that my dad used to tell us all the time. We used to complain about the U.S. when we were kids because everyone was complaining about the U.S. It was like the war in Vietnam and everything else.
Yeah.
And my father would say to us, well, if you don't like it, just remember, if it wasn't for the U.S., you'd be speaking Russian.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, and like I said, that's why I just want to bring about. Like I really, you know, I was never a big, you know, God forbid you drop the flag. If you respect the flag and you accidentally drop it, that's fine. But like to see these people, these Antifa and these crazy leftists burn and destroy and stomp on flags that literally I don't understand why they can't think. And I'm sure, I bet you any money, I'd say 50% of these, the white little middle class Antifa, I bet you the majority of their grandparents fought or had something to do with World War II. And both my grandfathers, you know, my Jaji, Polish for grandpa, he literally, he was on the beaches of, you know, for D-Day. He was in the Battle of Normandy.
One of the free Poles.
He literally, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be here because my mom wouldn't be here. If he, God forbid, you know, something happened to him there, only my Uncle Stan, my mom's oldest brother would have been alive. And, but no, like, you know, and I said, and then I didn't know my dad's grandfather because he passed away when my dad was 11, but, you know, they fought. And to see people shit on the flag like that and disrespect it, it isn't just an inanimate object. You're disrespecting people who actually died. And for you, literally, well, for them to do what they're doing to the flag, they died for that. You know, they died for you to be able to speak your freedom. And I don't understand why the left has such an issue with free speech when it's just like, I don't understand how they could imagine like the world without free speech. Like, just because you don't agree with it or you say it's negative or bad, like tough shit. Like, what happened to growing a thick skin? Like, you know, I understand. I feel like this new generation's just is being overly sensitized to a point where once they reach adulthood, boy, they're in for it. Because it's not all peaches and cream. It's not all, and it's okay. You know, that's life. Like, and I was saying earlier how, you know, my generation thinks we're still oppressed, and I'm like, okay, yeah, trade positions with, you know, my grandfather's generation. He was grew up in the 1920, and then you go to war. Yeah. Tell me how oppressed
That's
we
when
are.
Brett was born, I think.
In
1920s.
Oh, I thought it was 1990. Oh,
and Brett just piped in too. There was a couple of bad things he said, but he says they want to be seen, Johnny.
Yeah.
You know, they want to feel important, and you know, it's funny. You want to grasp your Polish heritage. Every Saturday through the summer, you often see a World War II bomber go overhead. That's a Canadian bomber. It's called the Lancaster. My father flew in those in the Second World War and was a gunner on them, etc. But the one you see is named the Mynarski Memorial after a free Pole pilot who was the captain of a crew. Also, if you've ever heard of a famous ship called the Bismarck that was sunk.
I've heard of.
Right. When the Bismarck was sunk, part of the action that led to that was done by a destroyer named Poiron, which was a Polish destroyer, completely crewed by free Poles.
Oh, wow.
So the Poles have a wonderful history and, you know, just really cool stuff.
And
be proud of that heritage.
I am, and you know, and people want to say, like, and I guess, you know, real quick, that the one thing that I understand what they mean, they're not referring to everybody, but when people say, you know, well, you know, oh, well, your ancestors had slaves and all, it's like, my ancestors, I'm Polish, Swedish, and Sicilian, and they all, you know, came over to our country around the teens, you know, like 19.
Right.
And my grandparents were born 20s, you know what I mean? And I believe my Polish ancestors and relatives, they were basically slaves to a rich Polish family. But I always get heard about, you know, how like, oh, you haven't, it's like they say, like, you know, almost like my ancestry hasn't suffered. But Poland, like World War II, like they killed many, many, many Polish people. And, you know, I mean, I just don't understand. Like, we don't need to compare each other's ancestry's griefs and who had it worse, and to be able to move on, and as a group, like, we have to acknowledge the past and, of course, fix things and talk about it. But we have to, at one point, just kind of acknowledge it and, like, let's start today. Like, just like the saying, you know, just live in the present, live in the now. We can't live in the past almost, you know what I mean? We have to find that common ground. We have to be respectful of each other, and you know, that's why we have history, you know, and we teach history. But we can't keep on one thing when there are other things, you know, we can do together and that are very serious at the moment. You know, that if we all got together and we could move on, and not move on from this and pretend it didn't happen, but get to it to a point where it's almost like where we had the luxury to speak about these issues of race. You know what I mean? Because there's things in this world that are, you know, impending doom. I'm just saying, you know, that that could be way worse. A lot of
scary stuff.
I just think of like how the creation of nuclear weapons, the war. We think of the pandemic and any natural disasters and everything like that. You know what I mean? We need to work together. Didn't Maya Deister say, like, it's the issue of focusing on the individual too much and not the collective? I know that there was something we talked about, and I like that, because we're always taught, you know, it's all about you, you know, do what's best for you. But like, we also, I think, need to talk way more about us
Yes.
And how it's not weak to work together. It's not a bad thing to rely on others or work together. It's not, and you know, you're not better if you're on your own and you do something of importance. It doesn't make it better. I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? And in the end of things, it's this, if you were with someone or not to create something amazing. I think it's better with a group, because you have this bond and this, you know, feeling of success that you did something great. You know, we could, you know, I don't want to get too deep into it. I just
Jill Shaw says, love everyone.
Yes. And like you learn in kindergarten, treat others as you'd like to be treated. And unless you're a sadomasochist freak, you know.
Tim Heater, you still there?
Right. You know, I mean, God, give the people an off day at least for you. But no, but you know, just treat others as you'd like to be treated, and don't let someone of a specific race, gender, culture, religion, you know, that you had a bad experience with ruin it for every other person that's a part of that culture, race, or religion, you know?
Right.
Because that's so selfish and it's so, what's the word? You know, yeah, it's very just, I mean, selfish. It's very,
Right.
it's not fair. It's unfair.
Right. Tim Heater made a point going back to when we were talking about Polish, and he
right.
said, speaking of Poles, he's going to be dancing exotically in the middle of Hyde Park next week. So, yeah, he's part of that organization I belong to, the male dancers known as the Chunkendales.
I love that. What is that,
Anyway.
thunder?
I don't know if it's
I think
thunder.
I saw lightning.
Thunderbolt and lightning,
Lightning,
very, very frightening me, Galileo. All right.
Oh, my God.
I got to go check. You keep going.
No, I know. But no, yeah, that dancing, that'd be a great little video for everybody. It could be pre-recorded. It doesn't have to be live for your, what is it, the Chunkendales, you said? I love thunder and lightning storms, by the way. I would just like to say that. I can't understand when people get freaked out by it. I literally have a noise machine that I listen to, thunder and rain. I was going to say lightning, but you can't really have a machine with lightning. Although I had this idea of putting like these kind of strobe lights in my windows and then having them like randomly go off with my noise machine with the thunder and rain. So it's like there really is lightning and it's outside. I don't know. I always thought that'd be a cool idea to do, but I was just telling the people how I love thunder and lightning and, you know, thunder, lightning, and rain, and I listen to that to go to sleep. It's so soothing. But yeah, like I said, I'm just happy though that we had in the Navy.
Sorry, Brett wanted to have
okay.
some disco music in there.
He had to just dance it out that one little second. Yeah, no, I'm so happy of all the people commenting. Brett, I'm so happy Brett came to visit.
He's a great part of it. Yeah, he brings a lot when he tunes in.
And he's he really has a good heart, and it's just like, and also I think he's one of the people who, you know, it's like you're associated with someone who maybe did something in their past that they're, you know, that they're not about anymore. Like, you know what I mean? If you have any negativity tied to you that you didn't have anything to do with, you still get that assumption on you, you know, and he deserves more. You know, you got to cut some slack to the guy because he really is about improving the city. And being a good person. Right. Yep. And like it's, you know, it's like if you have a family member do something bad, so you're gonna blame me, or, you know, your sibling was a bad kid in school, so they're gonna automatically, all the teachers are gonna treat the younger sibling that comes in after that sibling bad. You know, it's not fair. But
right.
But anyway, so yeah, we ended. Yeah, so we're gonna talk. We're gonna definitely go to the Parkway and
see all the new developments they built.
Yeah. So we'll do a little field trip for that, and then we'll talk more about that next week. And like, yeah, we were gonna talk more about the false accusations, but I feel like there's not we can talk a little. I mean, you know, it's up to you. I don't know, Peter. Do you want to? We could always wait on that.
Well, we still got 6 or 7 minutes, so let's.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about it if you want, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, what happened this week? I mean, you've got the day where the two guys were in a car and they rammed police cars and then hit someone else, and it's just you know and one of the things is the way the news unfolded. I have to say, it was kind of strange because I was here and I heard sirens, and you know, you kind of, when you hear enough sirens, you know something's up.
Oh yeah.
But something big is up, and then a friend came in and told me, oh, there were shootings. Well, you know, for most of the day, everyone said there were shootings. They shot at the cops, and at the end of the day, they didn't. And you kind of have to let things settle. Everyone's so anxious to get the news out there.
Yeah, and like we said, they want it to be the worst, and they want to be the first. Oh, that's a good one. They
What's
like,
that?
you know, I said,
Yeah.
they want the news to be the worst, and they want to be the first
Right.
to, you know, to tell the news. And so, yeah, it just, like I said, and this is a big topic that we can even continue whenever, because, like, you know, and I always say, like, for people who don't really understand social media, that social media is basically the new TMZ, where it's the, you know, people jab. Oh,
Hey, we got a
we
caller.
got a caller. Wow. Okay, hold on one second. And hi, how are you? This is Johnny with.
Hi, hello. This is Jill Shaw, and I was just calling in
Hey!
Yay!
because I wanted to tell Johnny how much I really love. He's Johnny is so nice.
Oh, girl. Thank you.
I was so sad the other day, and I was texting Johnny, and he just made me feel so much better. I really love him.
I love you too,
He's
girl.
like,
I do.
He was like, don't be a quitter. He basically said, fuck these retards, but he said it in nice Johnny words.
Yeah, because you know we're now a family whether you like it or not, right? But you got people behind you that'll help you with things you want to do. Don't ever do things that are you don't want to give yourself too much.
Sad.
Yeah, you don't want to give. Don't put too much on your plate. We can reach out, and don't worry, because I'm always here, and we have everybody at Yowowa that's here, and if we work as a team, you know what I mean?
No, it was like the best counseling moment I ever had in my life. I had a frown
that's
on my
wonderful.
face. I'm serious. I had a frown on my face, and I just was ready to give up. And Johnny was like, "No, never." And I'm like, "You know what? Johnny's right. Fuck them. Let's do this."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and
You got Barb in the corner yelling out too, and she hasn't even got a mic.
Yes, I know. It's Barb. I love y'all. Y'all don't even know. You guys are like the best thing since sliced bread. You guys just came into my life.
I got to
we
meet you,
loaf
and your
around all
I'm so
day.
happy though. I got to, and now we're friends forever. You know what I mean? Family, and
I know.
And like I said, just you have every right to take your break from things. Everybody needs a break from the craziness, But when and then when you get your energy, you still don't have to worry because you got us and you got some people to lean on.
Right.
Always.
In 2020. It's been so disappointing, and for me to be able to gain all the new friends that I have in like the last 2 months, like 2020 has been a blessing.
Isn't that
just
crazy?
as much as it's been tragic.
Yeah, no, wow, you made me realize that. I mean, the whole of the Yowowa media. Oh, I love the thunder and lightning. The whole of the Yowowa media. It just literally came at the best time in my life when things are, were really kind of stale for me, and I needed an outlet. And I'm so happy that we got to start. We all got to meet. And, we got
Peter, we got Barb, we got Noelle, and
we got Courtney, Brett, we got John, Robin.
We got John and his wife, and then Chris and his wife.
Yeah, we got to
tell you something. I'm like,
we have a strong foundation.
I dare somebody mess with my new friends. I love them all so much.
We love you.
We love you, God.
And they're good. You guys are good people. And it has showed under pressure. That's the part that I love so much. Is no one can tell me nothing because I've seen all of us actually have been under. I've seen Peter, and Brett. We had some pressure one day, and I'm so happy that we were able to stick together like we should. It was good. It made me feel good.
No, absolutely. Jill, the best part of it is one day you were saying, there's only 7 of us doing things. And I said, you forgot Brett. That makes 17.
Yeah. No, but like I'm saying, we can do things. We really can. And we look out for each other. And we can bringing people from different parts of Niagara Falls and LaSalle together, even Wheatfield, bringing people from different parts of the city together. And it's almost like mixing cultures and putting everything that's great about each one together, and it's unstoppable, So I'm excited.
And it's really good. And the thing about it is that it can work because all of us are so different.
Right.
Peter is 100% different from us. Brett's different. Johnny, you're different.
Yeah, we all.
Noelle and
that's what
we're all different. I'm different from all of you guys.
Right.
And we have all accepted each other, and we make it work. So it's just good news. I really like it. The
one good thing about Niagara Falls I could say, though, is that I swear I've always felt like a sense of unity between cultures and races. I never really saw as much as maybe Buffalo or other places. You know what I mean? We can come together and know and view each other as equals and as people of the same city and not think twice about it. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like second nature. And I think we can be proud about that, at least of our city. What's going on with our city that's bad, we can be proud that we can come together as a community when we need to. And now we are. You know what would be real good if we all woke up tomorrow green with $1 in the bank account. Right? We could all just be the same. Yeah. Oh my God! But everybody, we'll vote for green for 2020. Yeah. But we're gonna do some big things in 2021. I feel as well. I think we're gonna keep doing them in 2020. Oh yeah. But I'm just saying, we have the rest of this year and then next year, and hopefully when this damn COVID's done, we can really go out there and and even get more crazy with it. But I'm just so happy I got to meet you and your family, and we got this. I'm excited, and Yowowa Media, we're always here, and I wanted you to know that, like, you have people behind you that.
But you did let me know that. You really let me know that, and I felt it, and I knew he really was. I was sad.
Well done, John.
Yeah, I didn't want you to quit because you are too strong and you're too powerful and you have too good of a heart and a good idea to let that die from some asshole. You know, don't let them fuckers take you down. Don't let them. They're, you know, that's their whole point. They want to push you down so then they can blab their crap, and you know we're silent. So
and you know
that's
what
not going to happen.
And you know what we say to them. Well, we gotta get that one. Yeah, let's do it louder.
And this is what we got coming up next. We are going to have to. I'm going to need Peter to learn to pick his equipment up and have it ready to go in 1 minute and 30 seconds from now on. When I say Peter, get your ass moving.
I can help too. I'll help too because
this is expensive equipment and I take care of it.
Hey, guess what?
Right, but we're going to have to We're
Jill, I had
timing him.
I had me and my partner in college. We actually got to it was from the college. It wasn't even ours. You know, we had the thousands of dollars of equipment. We had the tripod and the big camera to film professional, and we walked all the way down Devil's Hole and back up just to film literally like a 2-minute scene. I was so into it. And I'm just saying. So I'll always help Peter, and you know, when you need us, we'll be there.
When we got an angry mob coming back around the corner, talking about burn this bitch down.
Oh no,
Peter to get that shit packed up in less than a minute.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm inventing a time machine or time warp.
I'm gonna start timing him. We're gonna do we're gonna start training him. We're gonna do like the stopwatch, and we're gonna be like, Peter, go. We're gonna get him faster and faster, something that can work out for him.
Oh my God!
Here they come now. Oh no, those are Hare Krishnas. I'd see them any day than these wannabe Antifas. I'm just so glad you called too, Jill. You're my third call. That makes this is the most calls I've had, and just you calling in just makes. Let's get ready to roll.
Thank you guys. I love you guys.
We love you.
Know that. Have a good night.
Let me know when you want to be on, okay, girl? Any time, okay? Just let me know.
Okay, cool. I'll come on and we'll talk about Kat.
All right.
Yes, I love you. Okay, well, I'll talk to you later, okay? Thank you for calling. Okay. God bless.
Bye, guys.
Bye now.
Bye.
I'm so glad she called because, you know, I wanted to, when I mentioned earlier, I was like, oh, maybe she'll call, you know, and I just wanted to point out to you guys how powerful and how quick we really kind of clicked everybody
read Kim
together.
Guthrie's comment.
Yeah, it says, we're all family on here, so we protect one another. Love all you guys, and we love you. And Kim, you are a part of our family as well. Everybody watching and commenting. And literally what she just said, though, that's how we want neighborhoods in this city to be again, where we look out for our neighbor and we look out for our people. And so kids can ride down the street and we know that, oh, so-and-so's there, you know, they can make sure they're good. You know, if we have this camaraderie and stop kind of hiding away from everybody, I feel like we've all been split apart over the past, decades.
Yeah.
And we all just need to embrace each other again and just kind of give each other chances.
All you need is love.
Yep.
Hey, well, this has been great, John.
Yeah, I like when we can't finish because that means
I know
we're really having a great time here and we're really talking.
But it's wonderful because people are getting to know you better.
Yeah.
And that's important because
I'm glad.
We wanted you to have a voice as you wanted a voice.
And a platform, yeah. And this is...
Pardon me, yeah. And
you came into my life, I said, at such a perfect time that I was looking for something like this. So
whether you call it God or fate or fortune or whatever, we're here for each other. And,
right.
you know, and that's exactly right, is that one thing that Brett and I have put together here in Ohio. Barb and I kind of went in and created the studio. Brett helped us get it started. He's a big part of what we do. But what we've all strived for is to find people, not just go out and look for people, but we find someone, allow them to grow, allow them to experience. And you know, we had a young man, Dustin, doing the a show, and he felt right now he's not ready for it, but he tried for a number of weeks, and that's a good thing. He tried, you know, and that's what we wanted. We wanted something like for him, the experience of I can, at least I tried, you know.
Yeah, and get a taste for it, and then when he's ready.
What is it? It's called fail while daring greatly, you know, or
I like
whatever.
that.
But it is true.
But you guys, you put your heart into your business. It's not just about, you know, doing a whole bunch of podcasts. We got to get this done, and just picking people. You're like actually like, you know, divulging into their life and letting the viewers not only hear the topics but like get to know the people. So it's like we are literally.
Thank you.
It's like, you know, we're like a cast. It's almost like an SNL cast, literally. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
we're a group, and we work together, and, you know, we entertain, we give you the news, and we debate and talk. It's got anything you want to hear, we got on this, you know, if it's fun, politics, whatever.
I encourage everyone to watch Black Reality Unscripted.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
At 5 p.m. Is it still 5 p.m.? Okay.
Yep. Dante, Dante Miles, he's the producer behind it. It's a great opportunity to hear the Black community expressing, and
I love.
We really need to listen.
Yes.
You know?
And just listening, and not like, I remember Dante always says on a show, you know, not thinking of a rebuttal or a response, but just listening and then putting yourself in someone else's shoes. And I love to hear, you know, and they talk a lot and they talk thoroughly about issues in their own community that they're trying to fix and deal with, you know. That is something that, you know, I or Peter or no, we you know, we really can't be a part of it. It's up to them, and it's awesome to see them just coming together with these amazing conversations,
right?
And
the important thing was never to come in and tell them
what to do.
It's funny we say them. Right. We're referring to the producers, not the people. But we do this with every show. Is that we, you know, even tonight it was fun with you because as you're getting used to doing this, we're saying, you know, you'll say, well, what do you want to do? No, this Johnny, you're going to start taking more and more leadership of it as you go because I'm watching you do it. So it's great. You're gonna soar. So. Why don't you say goodnight to everybody for us?
Yes.
I'll thank everyone for tuning in. See you tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, and Kim, Guthrie said it perfect. Communication is very important. And also Tim real quick said, very diverse collection producing good shows.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh my God, it's been great. We had 3 calls. And next week we're gonna be coming back on Friday with some video, and we're gonna take a little field trip to the Niagara Parkway and see the new things going on there. And we'll be talking about probably a lot more too, because you know I'm Mr. Chatterbox. So thank you guys.
Thank you everyone.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.